Good day from the Skyliner. We're actually headed to Hollywood Studios. The reason I'm starting here is because the park's been open for about 45 minutes, and the last time I came, it was really crowded. I know they have a capacity limit on the park, but it just feels really packed, and it feels like everything has long waits. So I want to go here in the morning and see how busy it actually is on a weekday. Now this is actually the end of the line to get to Hollywood Studios for the Skyliner. Last time it came down here and was whipping all up and down like the road and the sidewalk, which is crazy. But they do have a Joffrey's here, and it sounds pretty good right now. Of course, you can get the Toffee Flight Latte here, one of the specialty drinks, at the Skyliner station. Now I feel silly. I was waiting in that really long line. That was actually for Epcot. Here's the Hollywood Studios one. I love the Skyliner, but I'm looking forward to the day these boats come back. I must say, things seem quite calm so far. It was probably just the initial rush to get in here. However, I feel like when we start looking at wait times, that's going to be a different story. If the Starbucks line is any indicator, it's going to be pretty busy. To the right of Keystone Clothers, there's a mailbox. I never noticed any in Hollywood Studios before. Then again, I was never really looking. It is refreshing to walk around Hollywood Studios and not see boarding group out signs, at least right away. They're out like immediately at 2 p.m., but nice in the morning to walk around and not see them all over the place. As expected, the Runaway Railway queue is quite long. The end of line looks like it's over there somewhere. Currently advertising a 90-minute wait for Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. I don't know, does that look like 90 minutes? They talk about plastic rings choking the animals, but look at this seaweed. It's just grabbing all these poor fish. Who knew seaweed was the enemy all along? Might as well go do something that doesn't have a wait. Check out the Walt Museum. Alright, we'll come back to that later because you can't even walk in unless you finish your drink, and I still got my Joffrey's tea, so we'll check it out later. This is amazing. Here is the end of Toy Story Midway Mania. The sign says 45 minutes, and the sign for Slinky Dog is right here, and that sign says 70 minutes. Both of those rides are going all the way outside of Toy Story Land. I've actually never been on Slinky Dog Dash, and I've been here plenty of times since it opened, mainly for reasons like that. Just huge wait times all the time. At least it's an overcast day here, because in Toy Story Land it can be brutal with the heat. I do like that as you come into Galaxy's Edge here in Orlando, you get this whole extra set piece. Looks like an escape pod crashed. Not a lot of pieces, but as Sarah mentioned in the past, scavengers probably came and just took all the parts they wanted. It's funny to me that Hollywood Studios has gotten rid of so many great attractions and areas throughout the years, and somehow all of the Muppets have survived. I forgot they even added this Vacation Fun, an original animated short. I love the Mickey cartoon, so let's check it out. Remember when this was Sounds Dangerous with Drew Carey? I kind of miss that show. They have the whole exit area themed to different episodes, and you'll see they have Potato Land with the potato. So that was basically just an original like cartoon episode. It was about 10 minutes, but it had a lot of flashbacks from a lot of the other more popular episodes like Potato Land and whatnot. Pretty good way to just kind of escape the heat, little AC break. Went to the Backlot Express and got the burger without cheese. They gave me a burger with nothing. So this is gonna be fun. That burger was not great. I even went back up and got tomato and lettuce because they forgot to give it to me. First time I ordered it, I just ordered it with no cheese. They gave me a burger with cheese. Then they gave me a burger with nothing, so I had to go get the rest of the toppings. I gave it like a 6, 6.5. Backlot is basically the equivalent of Cosmic Rays over at Magic Kingdom. If you do want a really good burger here in Hollywood Studios, go there. Sci-Fi, dine-in, drive-in. They have really good burgers. Even Star Tours clocking in a 50-minute wait. Still a huge wait for Mickey and Minnie's behind me. I feel like later in the day though, maybe it'll calm down. That's kind of what happened last time. The problem is with only having one park access now, is everyone just comes right away in the morning to get that full park day. The good news is eventually they get tired and they don't have any other parks to go to. Look at any other theme park back in the olden days, it could be an hour before closing and people might still flood into a park because they're just park hopping. Now though, it just kind of thins out once people get tired of that one park and they don't come back later in the evening usually. So it does get better as the park closes. That's why I wanted to come in right as it opened to see everyone here basically, and it's busy. You come in but you can't really ride anything. It's all really long waits. Checking back over here, this is officially the longest I've ever seen for a rock and roller coaster since the park's reopened. Here's the queue for it. You see here with the sign. No wait time displayed on it. Maybe it's on the other side. And Tower of Terror is all the way over here. Tower of Terror is at an hour, The line comes up, wraps around, and even goes back in here towards where they do Fantasmic. Somehow I never noticed that this Once Upon a Time store is a replica of Carthay Circle. Obviously a lot smaller than the one you see in California Adventure, but this is of course where they premiered Snow White. Got quite a bit of Pooh Bear shirts and pants. Throwback Pleasure Island shirt. I do think this is one of the better dresses they've come out with, at least recently. Tower of Terror. We're at that weird point of the day where all the lines for the rides are still really high, but the Starbucks is totally empty. Like anyone that walks in is going straight to the counter. It is now 12:37. Mickey and Minnie's is at a 105-minute wait. Honestly, I wouldn't stay in the park right now. I would leave to go to the resort or something and come back later when it's kind of calmed down. But I am going to hang out until at least 2 p.m. to try and get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance. I don't have my tea anymore, so now we'll go into Walt Disney Presents. If you walk in and stand right in the middle, you almost don't even know which way to go. It kind of confused me for a second. But of course, you walk beyond. I could be wrong, but it looks like they may have rearranged some things in here to make more space. Feels a lot more open. I like that his school desk has the WD carved into it. You can even see in this photo of Walt pointing it out. I do like the design of the creepy old character plushes. 1932, kind of hard to believe. I still think the multiplane camera is one of the best things they did for hand-drawn animation. You can see it's just the different layers, but this mirror demonstrates how it's layered. It is amazing looking at this photograph how large their multiplane camera rig was to make it operate, because they would actually move them, as you can see in the video here. Pretty awesome. It's funny to see the old Paradise Pier model here. They have the really nice Pixar Pier one over in California Adventure in the Blue Sky area. It's just funny to see, like, over here, these swinging rides and to see Mickey on the fun wheel. Pretty cool. I always thought this Lincoln was kind of creepy. What's amazing though is how they controlled him and how they have like a body outline, I guess, to make it easier. Did always like the Tower of Terror model in Spaceship Earth over here. It's funny seeing this piece of Galaxy's Edge here, because another piece of the model is over in the launch bay in California. The theater's doing the Mulan preview, but it's pretty cool to see that they actually have costumes from the movie here. It's that time of day for all the characters to come out. Yeah, right back at you. I like that the merchandise cleaning carts has Aurora on it. I have seen these monorail candy dispenser displays in other stores. Didn't really understand what it was all about. This is the only store I've seen them next to Pez, and now I get it. You put your Pez in the top and can display them that way. I have never seen all of these aprons. I like it. That one's got to be Belle, right? Not only do they have the Kingdom Hearts pen I saw at Caribbean Beach, but they have another one out as well. I always had an iPhone 5 and could never really get any phone cases because they were all too new. Well, I just got a iPhone SE 2020, and now they don't even make iPhone cases for it yet. So I'm seeing like the Mickey and Minnie one I really like. There's a few others that are cool too. My phone's so new, Disney hasn't made cases yet. The bell doesn't seem to work on this one. Now I just tried for the boarding group, and at the exact second the time came up, I went to join it. It didn't even bring up the party option. So I don't even know if they were issuing more boarding groups. I heard it was breaking down earlier today. Either way, it just seems kind of crazy. Like, you just have to be so fast. I've never once gotten it to work on my phone. Anytime I've been on the ride, it's been because of my sister's phone. Alright, that is going to do it now for Hollywood Studios. I'll come back out later and probably do something separate. But I actually noticed I didn't go on any rides today, and I've been here for at least quite a few hours. It's just so busy early on in the day. I'm hoping maybe tonight it'll be a little lighter, but still a fun time. Always a good time being out here at Disney. Just be mindful of that. There's no reason to get here right away early unless you really, really want to wait in those long lines. But that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.